Let's start sitting cross-legged, hands on knees. Now, it's been a few days since we last met, so let's see how we're doing. Where's the breath before we do anything? Breathing in and out through the nose, feeling the vibration in your throat, a little bit of ujjayi breath. You might notice as you scan your body here with your breath, any kind of imbalance going on. Often the right side and the left hand side don't feel the same. You might be able to start to notice that. And we'll do some circles, right ear to right shoulder, chin down to chest, left ear to left shoulder, and then coming up and over. And then switching directions. And then when you're ready, coming to center, circling shoulders. Maybe elbows. We are in the month of April and the theme is love, and this week we're working on heart. So it's a really great week as far as I'm concerned. Big arm extensions. And then bringing your hands to your knees and circling your heart. How does it feel after a bank holiday, a long bank holiday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday? And then changing directions. And then coming to center and just letting the heart move forwards as you look up, rocking back as you exhale, chin to chest. Just moving forwards and backwards through your heart space. As we wake up our sleepy hearts this morning. And then coming to center, we're going to go into a high plank actually. I'm going to remove this. And before we come into a vinyasa, maybe start on all fours. And then step your feet back, toes tucked under, pressing the heels away. Pressing the earth down into the floor. So that's kind of the point of this pose, is the pushing the earth away. Elbows are soft, tummy scooping up in towards the spine. And we're taking some breaths. Press down through the earth as you tip the tailbone up towards the sky. And then gently drop the heels down towards the floor. For a nice down dog. How are those hamstrings feeling today? Inhale as you come back to a high plank. And exhale as you go back to a down dog. Inhale back to a high plank. And exhale down to a down dog. Back to a down dog rather. Inhale as you look forwards, let's step feet up to hands. Exhale into a forward bend. And inhale as you come all the way up, reaching your arms up overhead. What a latecomer. And exhaling, hands to heart. Okay, sun salutation A. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward bend. Half lift as you inhale. Scooping the tummy in. Exhale, stepping back. And for the first one, I'd suggest dropping knees, lowering chest, rolling shoulders away from the ears as you inhale and come up. And exhaling as you go back into down dog for 5 breaths. It's a great place to listen out for the sound of your own breath here. The next inhale, stepping forwards. Exhaling into a forward bend. And inhaling all the way up. Arms overhead. Exhaling, hands to heart. Okay, second round. Inhale, reach the arms high. Exhaling, forward bend. Half lift. Exhaling back. And perhaps a chaturanga, depending on how you're feeling this morning. Inhale, perhaps an up face dog. And exhale, a down face dog. See if you can turn your armpits towards your heart, creating a bit of space between your shoulder blades behind you. And remember, the elbows are slightly soft, you're just pushing down through the earth, that everything feels fluid, nothing is rigid. Next, inhale, lift the gaze, step your feet forwards. Exhale into a forward bend. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Third round, inhale. The deeper the breath, the deeper the practice. Exhale. Half lift, inhale. And stepping back, exhale. Traveling down to the floor. Inhaling as you roll forwards and up. Exhaling as you roll back. And always feel free to wriggle and to flow in whatever particular or peculiar way your body wants you to move. You're definitely not bound by my suggestions. Opening up our heart space. Press your heart back towards your thighs a little bit more. Keep pressing down through the palms of your hands. And then inhaling, lift the gaze, step your feet forwards. Exhaling into a forward bend. Inhaling as you come all the way up. Exhaling, hands to heart. And we're going to add a little variable now, so we'll do the same kind of patterning. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, half lift. And exhale, stepping back. Make your way down to the ground. Inhale as you lift. Exhale as you come back to down dog. And then from down dog, look forwards and slowly lower your elbows to the floor. And keeping the bottom high. So now your head is still hanging. The crown of your head probably isn't touching the floor, and the neck is easy, so you can wriggle your head here. The part of your body that's most pressing down into the earth is the palms of the hands. I know the elbows want to, but try to transfer that into the palms of your hands if you can. Inhale as you look forwards. You're going to walk your feet back and come down to a low plank, and still trying to maintain the weight in the palms of the hands rather than putting it all through the elbows. Keep pressing through the hands,
As you lift the tailbone, walk the feet in again, head hanging. And then drop the knees to the floor, forehead to the floor, wrapping your arms around you in child's pose. Best pace possible for breathing into the back of the heart, so make the most of that feeling. And then bringing your hands forwards, coming back up to a down dog. And we're going to turn the left foot out, step the right foot forward, and inhale as we come up. We're going to do a dancer's salutation. Exhale as you come to Virabhadrasana B. Inhale as you reverse. And exhale as you come into side angle. Inhale, reverse. And then windmill the hands all the way down as you step back to Vinyasa. And the right foot turns out, the left foot steps forward. Inhale, Virabhadrasana A. Exhale, Virabhadrasana B. Take a little reverse. And a side angle as you exhale. And a reverse as you inhale. And windmill the hands down to the floor. Vinyasa. Maybe the breath is even deeper now. And still the hips feel buoyant. It's almost as if the tailbone is attached to a helium balloon lifting you high. And the heels are your anchors. They're grounding you, stopping you from floating away. Traveling forwards on your next in-breath. Exhaling into a forward bend. Inhaling as you come up. Exhaling hands to heart. We're going to do that again. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, forward bend. Half lift. Exhaling as you step back. Traveling to the earth. Inhale as you come up. Exhale as you roll back. Left foot turns out, right foot forwards. Inhaling the arms up, Virabhadrasana A. Hips are heavy and feet are grounded. Exhale, open the arms wide. Inhale, reverse. This is called the dancer's salutation. Exhale, elbow to thigh, left arm overhead. Keep the hips low if you can. Well done. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, windmill. Stepping back, traveling to the earth. Rolling forwards and up as you inhale. And rolling back as you exhale. Right foot turns. Left foot steps forward. Inhale. Check the soles of the feet, feel really rooted. And the hips are heavy. Open the arms wide. Inhale, reverse. Keep the hips low. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, windmill the hands to the floor. Stepping back, Vinyasa. So how much is your breath orchestrating the movement? That's the question. Nobody else can hear, nobody else can feel like you can. So it's for you to study yourself. and the relationship you have with your breath and your movement. And just understanding that it really is the key. The key to this practice, anyway. And when you're ready, travelling forwards, lifting the gaze, stepping the feet, exhaling into a forward bend. And inhaling as you come all the way up. And hands to heart. Let's go 1/3 round. Inhale, arms rise. Moving like water. As fluid as you can, inhale, lift. And exhale, stepping back. The whole thing becomes a dance. Moving to the beat of your own breath. The left foot turns out. Right foot steps forward as you inhale. Arms expand as you exhale. Arching back as you inhale. And arching forwards as you exhale. Inhaling. And exhaling, windmill the hands, stepping back. Inhaling. So just as the breath rolls from one inhale to one exhale without there being any kind of seam between the two, so the movement can do the same. So right foot turns, left foot steps forward. Inhale, arms rise. Exhale, arms widen. Seamless movement. Inhale, reverse. Exhale, side angle. Inhale, reverse. And exhale, hands to the floor, stepping back. Inhale. And exhale. Hear your breath. And dropping to the knees, sit back. I'm going to take the legs out in front. Let's start with hands behind sitting bones. Roll the shoulders back. Already you can feel how much you're opening up the front of your chest. Pull the tummy button in towards the spine and bring the shins parallel to the floor. You can soften the elbows behind you as you take some breaths. And then removing the hands, see if you can bring them up either side of your shins. Palms facing one another, knees and ankles squeezing together. And then crossing the ankles, scoop the heels in as close as you can towards you. Bring your hands down either side of your hips. And see if you can lift your bottom up off the floor. And then repeat. And you might want to play with the positioning of the legs. Some people love to have their legs straight. Other people, it's better to have the knees bent. You can play with that yourself. The sign that you're pushing past the edge is as soon as the spine starts to dip. Okay, crossing ankles. Hands either side of hips, lifting the hips up off the floor. Let's go a third round, 5 breaths. And crossing ankles, hips lifting. And we'll come and lie down on our backs. Hugging knees in towards chest. And rolling side to side. And then take a little bit of happy baby. Make it quite exploratory. And then bringing your knees together, opening your arms wide to the side. Pulling the tummy in towards the spine again. We're just going to gently take the knees over to the right hand side. They're going to hover. They're not going to come all the way down to the floor. Because you're actually using your core to support yourself. Shoulders stay flat to the floor. Inhale as they come back up to center. And again on the other side. So the core is working to support you. You're not just flopping over to the side. And inhaling as you come back to center. And then this time, do take the knees all the way over to the right. Let them rest down on the floor as you turn your gaze to the left. Excuse me. Inhaling, knees back up to center. Exhaling, knees to the left, gazing to the right. Inhaling as you come back up to center. Place the feet flat on the floor. Bring your arms either side of your body. Fingertips brushing against the backs of your heels. Walk your shoulder blades beneath you towards one another. Press the back of the head into the floor and all of your 10 toes into the floor. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, press the knees away, let the hips rise. And you might want to walk your shoulder blades just a touch closer towards one another. You may even interlink your hands beneath you. And press the palms away. The chest is moving up towards the chin, but you're still able to breathe freely. And then releasing the hands, making some space for you to travel back down to the floor. And then bringing your hands either side of your ears, elbows pointing directly above the wrists. Pressing down into the hands. Now everyone's going to have their version of this. For some people, just pressing hands and feet, and it appears as if the torso is not moving. That is sufficient. Whichever option you're going to go into, try not to let the elbows drop out to the sides if you can, and try to keep all 10 toes glued down into the floor so they don't accidentally become Charlie Chaplin feet. Inhale, and as you exhale, press through the feet, press through the hands, perhaps coming up to the crown of your head. Maybe that's enough on this Tuesday morning. Or perhaps straightening arms and legs and coming the whole way up. Either way, whichever option you go for, be sure that you are still breathing and that all of your body is feeling pretty happy about what you're doing. And then making your way slowly back down, hugging knees in towards chest. And you can choose. You can either repeat that. If that's a shape your body relishes, then you can repeat that a second time. Or you can come straight into plough. Those of you doing a second version of Dhanurasana, we're going to come into plough afterwards. So for those of you coming into plough now, arms either side of your body, bring your knees overhead and take your legs behind you. Maybe you're going to bend your elbows and support your lower back. Your feet may touch the floor or they may not. Either way, just try to support your back with your hands. This isn't such a great pose if you've got your period, so feel free to skip it if that is the case. And you might want to bend your knees. And you can almost squeeze your ears with your knees here. And then with your legs together and straight ankles together, perhaps you're going to come up the whole way into a shoulder stand. And remember, the breath is the monitor. The breath will really truthfully tell you how your body's feeling about all of these shapes you're making. When you're ready to come out, your hands act as a little handbrake to allow your journey down to the floor to be super soft and gentle. Coming all the way off my mat now. And then lifting one bottom side up, you're going to slide that hand underneath, and the same on the other side. So you're sitting on the tops of your hands. Your arms are straight and your elbows are right beneath you. Toes are pointing. Take a nice inhale, and as you exhale, bend the elbows so your chest comes up high. And let your head drop back behind you. Perhaps the crown of the head touches the floor, or maybe the head entirely hovers. Breathing into your heart space. And then releasing yourself back down to the floor. Hugging knees into chest. Letting the base of the spine press down into the floor. And then crossing your ankles, take your hands around the backs of your thighs and take a couple of rocks backwards and forwards until you come back up to sitting. Well done. So that was half an hour of yoga this morning. And now we can go have a glorious day. Thank you for joining. And see you tomorrow for some meditation. Namaste.